My computer's super slow today. Welcome everybody to our Game Plan Live. We are talking today specifically about breaking down the laundry into steps. So if you joined us last week, we talked about utilizing or creating a laundry list. A laundry list is a list of projects that you will do for your business, whether that is building a blog post or writing, creating a lead magnet, doing content planning. All of those kinds of things are considered projects because they have multiple steps to it. So we have created in essence a laundry list. And today we're going to take some time for me to give you an example about how you're going to break that laundry list down into bite-sized pieces. And we're going to use building content for a Facebook business page as our example. So I went ahead and grabbed myself a blank piece of paper because I'm going to show you a little tip that you can use, because once you create your content or your list of things to check off, you want to be able to use it over and over again so that you don't have to recreate the wheel every single time that you create a list. So when you are taking a laundry list and you are breaking it down into bite-sized pieces, what you want to do is think about each individual step of completing that particular process. So we are specifically talking about today, we are talking about writing out the steps for doing your content planning. So here are some of the things that you're probably going to be thinking about as you are doing your content planning. Or at least this is what I think about, and you guys can agree or disagree, whatever the case may be. So the first thing that I like to think about is, what theme am I going to be utilizing over the course of my time? Oh, let me bring this down so that you can actually see the things. There we go. So what theme is it that you are wanting to cover for your content? Are you wanting to talk about self-care? Are you wanting to talk about planning, using like meal planning? Are you wanting to talk about gluten-free recipes? What is it that you are wanting to talk about? Okay, so choosing your theme. That's always the first thing that I gravitate towards. It makes it easier for me to build my content off of there. From that, you're going to be thinking about different key points that you want to talk about. So maybe what product are you going to share? What demos? What customer testimonials can you utilize? And the benefits, the features, all of those kinds of things. So you're going to want to pick a product to spotlight. Now, I'm not saying that you need to talk about the product every single day, but you want the product to kind of help you build your theme around whatever. So let's say we are talking about Valentine's Day, and you have some very amazing Valentine's-ish jewelry that you want to share. So your theme is going to be Valentine's. The product that you want to spotlight is going to be a piece of jewelry that represents Valentine's. Maybe it's red hearts, maybe it's candy hearts, maybe it's gold, flowers, anything like that. Let's say that that is what your product is going to be. And you're going to want to gather those things about your spotlight. You're going to write a list of features that that particular jewelry has. What color is it? What material is it made out of? And then you're going to want to make a list of benefits. Who could it be used for? You can use it for your mom. You can use it for your sister. You can use it for a friend, coworker, whatever you want to utilize that particular thing for. You can also talk about anything that is necessary about that specific jewelry. Maybe it's hypoallergenic. Maybe it can be used in multiple different ways. Okay, that's what you're going to be thinking about there, is gathering your supporting detail. The next thing that you're going to want to do is, now you've picked your theme and you have your product spotlight. Now we're going to start thinking about captions or copy. And this is where you start thinking about, and I'm going to break this one down into a couple of different pieces. So the first one is the hook. What's going to get the people to stop the scroll and check out the things? Okay, what is your hook? So something like, ever feel like you need a piece of jewelry to, or ever feel like you are, let's see, I don't sell jewelry, so this one's hard for me. Ever wonder what it feels like to be the talk of the town? Okay. And maybe your jewelry is going to help you be that talk of the town. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that you are providing some kind of value. This is quick and easy. You can layer it with other items. It's dainty. It's not gaudy. It allows you to feel like very feminine. Okay, maybe that's the value that you're bringing for your customers. And then we want to utilize a CTA. You're going to comment, like, share, show a picture, follow for more. Okay, so those are the CTAs that you're going to want to include. And then you're going to want to create your visual or your graphic. Okay, how are you going to represent this item that you are sharing? Are you wearing it? Is a customer wearing it? Is it a standalone photo where it's just by itself? Is it a promotional photo that you've gotten from your company? How are you going to share that visual stimulation? All right. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to do like a review. This can also go into like Chat GPT, where you can have it check for spelling errors, for typos, something that makes it a little bit more easy to read, check for run-on sentences, those kinds of things. You want to ensure that it has clarity, that it flows really well. Think about adding things like bullet points so that you can like really get your point across about something specific, etc. All right. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to check for links. If you are including a link to a product, this would be a good place for you to incorporate that, because you want to make sure that you have a link that's working. So you're going to go ahead and create the content. You're going to maybe check the link to make sure it will go where you want it to go. But if you're utilizing that, we want to make sure that we check for links. Then the next thing that we want to do is we want to schedule. I personally use Facebook Native Scheduler if I'm using my Facebook business page. That's a really easy one to utilize. It allows you to using the business suite. It makes it very simple and easy for you to schedule. You can schedule videos, you can schedule links, you can schedule graphics, you can schedule copy. Facebook also has a native color block feature, which you can utilize as well. So you're going to use your scheduler, whatever that one happens to be. All right. Then you're going to, once the post is scheduled and it does what it's supposed to do, we're going to go back and we're going to engage in the content. We're going to go see who liked it. We're going to go see who commented. We're going to make comments ourselves. We're going to build up that engagement, because social media is a social platform. Hence the reason why we do not post and never go back and check on our people. And then the last thing that we're going to do probably once a week is we're going to track the performance. And I can spell performance. When we do these things for our content planning, I do this on a weekly basis, we will begin to be able to find a rhythm in doing the things. Like a theme literally takes me like 10 seconds to pick out, oh, this week I'm going to be talking about building a laundry list. Okay. Like that is really as simple as that. What product am I spotlighting? How can I caption, build the captions and copy? And these are the 3 things we want to make sure that our captions have, including a visual or a graphic of some kind. If it's a reel, then maybe we want to do a video there instead. Do a review. So check your caption for typos, those kinds of things. Check for links. If you're including links, make sure that they are work and that they're not broken. Schedule the content. I'm going to just put schedule content. Then we want to engage in the content, and then we want to track our performance. Now, this is taking something like, if you were to look at in fact, let me show you. If you were to look at my schedule for the day and I was creating my laundry list, you would see on my laundry list that it says content plan. Now, if I were saying content plan, this is what I'm talking about. This is my laundry broken down. I want to make sure that you guys can see this really well. Okay. So this is my laundry broken down. I have now created I have content plan. This is what I'm doing for my content plan. Now I could go, this is what I'm doing on my business page, and then go through this checklist. I could also go to, this is Instagram, and this is the checklist. I could go to my VIP group. This is the checklist, but I'm going to go through this every single time that I am doing content planning. So this might be my laundry list of things to do, but what I'm really doing is giving myself an opportunity to break those things down into smaller bite-sized chunks. So just like your actual laundry, you are not going to say, oh, I'm doing the laundry today and everything poof is going to be done. You're going to say, I'm going to do the laundry today, but first I need to sort it. And then I need to do stain removal. Then I need to put it in the washing machine. Then I need to dry it. And then I need to fold it. And then I need to hang it or put it away, whatever the case may be. Okay, so these are those steps. So laundry list is just the item that you plan on doing, your project, and then actually doing the laundry is breaking it down in bite-sized pieces. Now, I said that I would share you a little trick. I've grabbed some packing tape, and I'm going to use this packing tape to create myself a dry erase board. Now, that's really loud, and I apologize. But we're going to, and you can also use contact paper if you want to. But I'm just going to show you a quick example. It's cheap. It's easy. We're going to just trim this off. And again, you can use contact paper if you want to, or you can use an actual laminator. But this has been an easy way to kind of incorporate this into your planner, into your daily checklist, into whatever it is that you want to accomplish over the course of the week. And we're going to take this, and then we're just going to grab a dry erase marker, or you can use a vis-a-vis marker. Those will work well as well. They're actually, vis-a-vis markers are probably better than dry erase markers, mainly because dry erase markers, when you use them and you brush up against something, they will come undone or they will wipe off, and we don't really want to wipe it off until we're ready. But this is just a quick idea of how you can use it. So you're going to grab your dry erase marker, and you're going to say, okay, I picked my theme for the day. And then, oh, I know what product I'm going to feature. I'm going to do to-do lists. Let's say I'm talking to you guys specifically. Then I'm going to write my captions for the week. Then I'm going to make sure that I'm going to look at each caption and be like, okay, I have a hook, I did provide value, and I have the CTA for each one of my captions. Then you go visual graphics. Yes, I have a visual of some kind for each one of those. Did I review it? Yes. Did I check for links? I did. And I have all of that content scheduled. And then the next day, I'm going to go in and I'm going to engage in my content. And then in the next week, I'm going to go ahead and track performance. Then you get to the end of the week, and you're just going to take your dry erase marker and you're going to erase it. And you're going to go, okay, it's a new week. I'm going to pick my theme. Today, we're going to talk about brain dump. So I'm going to talk about our notes insert. All right. And then I'm going to captions, hook, etc., 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 etc. Okay. So this is something that you can do every single week. It makes it very, very easy for you to be able to do. You can take this a step further, and you can even include this right into your planner like a tip-in. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. If I can find all of I need a piece of washi tape. Let's see if I have one. It was not prepared right this second to do this, but we're going to make it work. Let me figure out what I did with my washi tape. There it is. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, if I want to use this on a weekly basis, there we go. If I want to use this on a weekly basis, I can do something like grab a piece of washi tape, and I'm not going to do a whole piece because I want it to stay handy. And I'm going to go to my planner, and I'm going to go to the edge, and I'm going to create myself a fun little tip-in like this. Okay. Then I can go from page to page. Let's say next week, this says content planning on it. I have content planning on my list, and I can use this for my check-in for doing content planning. Okay. So a lot of different ways that you can take your laundry list of projects, break them down into little bite-sized steps, and then be able to create a tool for you to be able to use to recreate this over and over and over and over again. And once you take time to create the list of how you need to break something down into bite-sized pieces, you can do something as simple as using a piece of contact paper, or like I use packing tape for this, and create your list that you can just recheck off every single week. It will allow you to be a little bit more organized. You won't feel like you're missing steps, and you won't have to think about what the next step is. Now, I personally use this on a monthly basis for something that I only do once a month. And I always forget the checklist. And I'm like, why am I making this so hard? So as I was creating it one time, I wrote down the steps that I was having to do in order to make this happen. And now I just have it stuck in my monthly stuff. And every time I'm getting ready to do that particular task, I bring out my checklist and I'm able to check things off one little bite at a time. The next month, it will be there again, and I can go through the same process. So don't make your laundry list difficult. Once you create your laundry list and you know what your sorting, stain removal, washing, folding, drying, putting it away looks like, put it somewhere where you have access to it, and then pull it out so that you can go through the process of creating your own steps to get your laundry complete. And that's what I have to share with you today, friends. So if you are in direct sales, social selling, network marketing, you are a boutique owner, whatever, and you are wanting to plan out your day using a paper planner with goals and building habits and developing tasks and all of the things, then I'm your person. So I want you to come and hang out with me as we talk about these things each week. Have a fantastic Monday, friends, and I'll see you all soon.